Hey folks, Reviewy McReviewface coming back at you with day 2 of the Calgary Stampede! Yahoo! And today, I'm going to teach you how not to dress like a K-Mart Cowboy. So, today we're going to talk about some different fashions you might have seen down on the Stampede grounds. Now, let's get something clear right off the hop. I'm not Clinton Kelly. I'm not telling you what not to wear. I'm just saying there's a way that I think makes you look a little bit more authentic as a cowboy for Stampede, and there's a way that makes you look a little bit less authentic. Now, when we were growing up, we called these the K-Mart Cowboys. These are the people who had their Stampede gear shoved away in a closet, and when Stampede comes around, they pull it out for 10 days, wear it, and then they go right back to wearing something completely different. So we're going to take a look at these two looks, and I'm going to point out the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's take a look at our first model here. Now, our first model, this is how maybe you don't want to emulate this particular look. We're just gonna go from the ground floor up and talk about what exactly I think is going wrong here. Now, first of all, I think if you look down to the bottom there, he's got his jeans tucked into his boots. This, to me, is a huge faux pas. Now, again, I'm not a cowboy. I haven't ridden a horse in probably a good 15 years. But I do know one thing. I know that when your boots tops are exposed like this with your jeans tucked in, somebody can come along with a shovel full of horse leavings and just drop that right in the top of your boot. So, right off there, I always say, don't tuck your jeans in your boots. Your boots might be new and expensive and you want to show them off. This is not the way to do it. Now, we're looking at those jeans. Those jeans look brand spanking new and very stiff. Maybe not your best bet. You don't want to go into Stampede with brand new jeans. They're going to be stiff and uncomfortable, and it looks like you've just put on a brand new pair of jeans and you don't know what you're doing. You might want to skip that. Look at this belt buckle. This is a terrible belt buckle. I actually didn't have a really bad belt buckle, so I had to make one of my own. I've always said, you know what, there's a time and a place for a belt buckle. If you want to go out to a Lamley's or something and get yourself a nice belt buckle, that's great. Don't make it look like it's one of the ones that, someone has actually won in a rodeo event. I think that's kind of a bit tacky. Wear something nice, but don't make it look like, pretend like you're trying to wear something that you've won. That's no good. Look at the dress shirt on this guy, right? Now, he doesn't have a Western shirt, so he thinks, well, it buttons up the front and it's got long sleeves. It's the same thing, right? Nah. If you don't have a Western shirt, that's fine. Just wear a black t-shirt or something like that. You'll be fine. Don't wear a dress shirt. The bandana this guy's got. I think everybody this year would have had bandanas on at the Stampede. It's a good way to, you could use it instead of a mask, right? But the promo bandana is not the way to go. You know what? I'm just going to reach over and rip this. Oh, okay. Never mind. So he's got another one there. I know they're free and everything like that, but really just go buy yourself a bandana. They're not that expensive. Don't wear the promo bandanas. And then we go up to the top here, and this is a cheap, ugly hat. Folks, I get it. You may only wear it once a year, and you're like, I don't want to spend a lot of money. Spend a little money. The hats you can get a decent hat for not too much money. If it's like this, I'm sorry. You might as well put a whistle on the bottom and a star on the top. It looks like a child's plaything. Don't wear the tacky hat, okay? So now, let's take a look at at my thoughts of what a good Stampede drag look will be, right? And that's what I always say, is I do Stampede drag. I'm not a cowboy, I'm not a rancher, I'm not a farmer, I'm just a Calgarian. I've only ever missed one Stampede in my lifetime, but you know what? Yeah, this is kind of just for fun for me. This is dress up, but at the same time, I do use my boots for real work. I do use this coat when it's raining, this hat when it's raining, so I do get good use out of them. First things first, down at the bottom, these are a good pair of boots. These I got from the Alberta Boot Company. I'd say probably 25 years ago. They've been resold once. Other than that, they have held up well. Spend money on a good pair of boots. They will last you a lifetime. So coming up next, we've got a comfortable pair of jeans, but not too comfortable. You know what they say a cheap motel and a pair of Wranglers has in common? No ballroom, that's right. So you want something tight but comfy. You don't want to be uncomfortable. Take a look at this belt buckle. This is my way around the unearned buckle. I went and ran in the Calgary Marathon, and instead of medals, they hand out belt buckles. So I have my earned belt buckle. But again, if you don't have a buckle you've earned, buy one that doesn't look like you're trying to steal some cowboy valor, all right? Next up, we've got the Western shirt. There are such a variety of Western shirts out there. There is something that will fit pretty much every style available. So take a look around. Go take a look at the stores. Go take a look at the vintage shops. There's all kinds of styles available. I bet you'll find something you'll like. Coming up from that, we've got the good coat. I love this coat. This thing is phenomenal for especially when it rains, and if you're down on Stampede grounds, it will rain at least one day. That's usually the day I don the big slicker, put on the good hat. I go out, I get to be the only person on the grounds because everybody else is hiding in the dream home. Get yourself a good slicker. You'll be surprised how much you wear it. And finally, a good hat. Now, whether that is a fancy felt hat or it's a straw hat, whatever suits you, whatever floats your boat. Find something that you like. Again, spend a bit more money on it. It's going to last you longer in the long run. You're gonna be happier with it. But again, you know what? Some people are going to look at my example of what's good and say that looks silly. Some people will look at my example of bad and say, hey, that looks just fine to me. Hey, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you my review of Western looks for Stampede. My name is Reviewy McReviewface. I will be back tomorrow for another of the 10 days of Stampede. Let me hear a yahoo! And I will see you tomorrow.